layers not to tamper with, right? So there's certain layers within the chakras that should not be tampered with. And this is due to their sensitive nature and the significant impact they have on personal spiritual journey and life path. So these layers contain deep embedded information, contracts, and energies that are critical to one's soul evolution and cosmic alignments. All right. So layers to avoid tampering with is layers 10 through 12 in all your chakras. Okay. In all your chakras. So why not tamper? Right. So these uppermost layers, they hold spiritual contracts, like I said before, karmic lessons or experiences, and elements of the divine blueprint, right? The energetic patterns or purpose a soul has come into this lifetime to fulfill, right? So, tampering with these layers without proper understanding or guidance can really disrupt a person's spiritual path, leading to confusion, misalignment, or even unintentional harm to the soul's journey. Now, I'm not telling you this so you can fear it. I'm telling you this because when you are aware of certain things and what's happening, then you could be educated when you go get healings, and you could guide them where you want them to be and what to do and what not to touch. And maybe even ask, do you have experience dealing with these layers? So I'm not telling you this to put any fear in you. I'm doing this to educate you so you have the knowledge, right? I don't know anywhere else that they would tell you this information. Like, I was doing a search myself and I couldn't find specific places within inside a chakra that certain pictures and information can be found, right? So that's why I'm telling you this. I'm not telling you this to instill any fear. I'm saying it to educate you. And now you have knowledge of where this can be, and you can heal it within yourself. Okay. So, like I said, tampering with these layers without proper understanding or guidance can really disrupt the personal spiritual path. So, what they contain, right? These layers are closely linked to the individual's connection to higher realms, cosmic energy, and universal consciousness. So they contain profound spiritual agreements and karmic obligations that guide the soul's learning, experiencing, and growth, right? So manipulating these layers can interfere with divine timing and higher guidance, all right? And also, don't tamper with layer 7 of all chakras, right? And why not? Because this layer contains the soul essence and spiritual insight that go beyond the physical experience. Tampering with this layer can disconnect someone from their deeper spiritual knowing, or causing an imbalance in their higher self's connection. All right. And what it contains, it's linked to one soul's purpose, insights about higher self, and the connection to their spiritual evolution. And interfering here may cause disruption in personal spiritual alignment and create unnecessary confusion or distress. So these layers are intricate, right? Connecting to the higher spiritual realms and cosmic energy. And any misalignment or unnecessary interference can disturb the flow of the divine energy, right? And like I said, only advanced practitioner will with deep understanding of energy work and cosmic alignment should approach these layers. For most people, it's essential to focus on balancing and healing the lower layers. Like I recommend layers 1 through 6. You can focus on those, which are related to personal and interpersonal issues before ever attempting to engage with the higher spiritual layers. All right. And this is going to ensure that one's personal foundation is strong and stable before venturing into the more delicate transpersonal energies. All right. So this concludes this class. Thank you for attending. And Melissa, do we have any questions? If you have questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat, and Melissa will read them off to me.
All right, just one moment. We'll have to edit this because I didn't realize you were going to shoot to me. So hold on a second. I've got to pull up my notes. By the way, that was lovely. Great job.
I got excited at the end, like the last 9, 10.
Like, hallelujah. We're done. Hold on one second. I got to get into the right email. I apologize. I didn't think that you would be throwing to me. Hold on one second. Okay. Let's go all the way down here to the bottom.
I think I had 2 questions there. You could just...
Let's see. Here we go. We have... Okay, Carmen, question number 1 from the chat is, can you share what are the 3 best sources you ask when you read, as you mentioned earlier in the class?
Sure. So when you go get a reading, that's what I was referring to. When you go get a reading for someone to read your energy for for any guidance, because that's what really psychic readings are for, right? They're for guidance, to guide you. We're not so much fortune tellers where you think we're gonna give you lottery numbers or anything like that. And we're not going to give you information that you already know, right? Because you already know that. When you go to have a psychic reading with either Melissa or I, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to give you a message from your higher self, right? That's going to be the most important thing, because your goal here on earth is to align with your higher self, your higher purpose. And that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to give you a message from your higher self. So the 3 sources that we use to get information, if you come to one of us to get a reading, is we're going to ask your higher self that has most of the answers. Sometimes they don't have all the answers because they want you to experience it. They're looking for you to experience it so then they can gain that knowledge, right? On how to figure that out, whatever that experience is. And we're also going to ask your record keeper, because your record keeper has information about you. And the other person that not person, but being without a body that we ask is the supreme being. So the supreme being is the highest source that you recognize. Some people call that source God. So we'll go to the highest source. So those are the 3 best sources that we ask for information when we read you. And even when we provide any healing to those layers that you're not supposed to tamper with, we ask them to do it. And if it can be done, sometimes it can and sometimes it can't be done. But that's what we use. We use the 3 highest and best sources, and that's your higher self, your record keeper, and the supreme being. Because asking anyone else is, it's kind of irrelevant. To not everyone knows your path and the contracts that you have and the experiences you need to have here in the earth plane.
Awesome. One last question. How do you heal a layer?
It's a good question. So if you know any energetic tools, you can use them, especially the grounding cord as it helps you release other people's energies. And see, it's other people's energies in your field that gets you diseased, right? And causes all sorts of problems. So if you just do that, and after clear yourself, after you release through the grounding cord, right? And you fill your space up with a golden sun. So the golden sun is going to represent your pure essence and information. So just like we did in the opening meditation, right? So if you go back to the opening meditation, we had you grounding, and then we had you activating that grounding cord, right? With the intention to release anything that might be in the way of what you were going to learn. But you could also ground with the intention to release anyone else's energy within your energy field. So it's very different than quieting the mind, right? We're not going to quiet the mind. We need to do energy work. This is energy work, right? So we're going to activate that grounding core with the intention to release anyone else's energy and information. And if you want to learn about the layers, you could go back to the layer, what your intention is with the layer, and release whatever picture and information doesn't belong to you, right? You could always release that and send it right to the grounding cord, and Mother Earth would heal it and give it back to whoever it belongs to. So then you open up space to receive more of your guidance and more of your higher self within the body, and the other person gets the energy to use it for whatever they need it. So you take that foreign energy out of your body. So you can, if you don't have any energetic tools, go back to the starting meditation and start there. We will be having more classes on these energetic tools that you could take advantage, and we'll give you the reason why you want to use these energetic tools. But for now, if that's all you have, go back to the starting opening meditation and do it there. And another way that you can heal is if you don't know how to read yourself, use a professional like Melissa and I. And we're specifically trained to do this. And we have guidance from specialized beings, like I mentioned before, beings, what we call them, beings without body, that does the healing for us. And in the near future, we will be having classes so you can do this to yourself. Right? So make sure that you follow, like, and comment on these videos so we can continue bringing content that's, we don't want to gatekeep any information. We want to make sure that you guys receive everything you need so you can heal yourself and connect to your divine essence. We want to empower you to show up for yourself, because when you heal, everyone around you will benefit, and the collective heals as well, because we're connected. Excellent question. Is there any more questions?
Thank you, Carmen. I don't have any others right now, but excellent information. I think everybody was really excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. So we'll call this a healing. Bye now.